All right, let's jump right in. What if I told you that you could build a business with a crazy 300% return using something you probably have in your fridge right now? Seriously. Today, we're going to break down a super simple but really powerful idea that turns a basic, everyday item into a serious moneymaker. So, let me ask you this straight up. Could 40 shillings, yeah, just 40 shillings, about the cost of a liter of milk, could that actually change your financial future? I know, it sounds like a huge stretch, right? But just stick with me here. Because in this explainer, we're going to show you exactly how that one little carton of milk can be turned into something, well, something much more valuable. We're going to walk you through how to build a powerful business, literally from the ground up. Okay, first up, let's talk about the core idea. We're calling this section Milk into Gold, and honestly, that's not an exaggeration. It's all about pure, simple value creation. Now, just look at this number, 300%. I want you to let that sink in for a second. That is the potential return on your investment. We're talking for every single shilling you put in, you could get 3 back. And get this, that's after you pay for all your expenses.
Wow.
So you're probably wondering, how on earth does that math work? Well, it's actually beautiful in its simplicity. You start with 1 liter of raw milk, right? That costs you about 40 shillings. You then turn that into 4 250 milliliters tumblers of yogurt. Now, if you sell each of those for around 55 shillings, your total revenue suddenly jumps to 220 shillings. See, that's the magic right there.
And honestly, this is the heart of the entire idea. It's so cool. You're not just selling a product, you are taking a basic, everyday thing like milk, and with a simple process, you're unlocking all this hidden value. It's not just business, it's like a form of alchemy for real.
Okay, but a great idea is one thing, right? You need customers. You're probably thinking, is there even a market for this? Well, let's talk about why this opportunity is so huge right now. The short answer, there is a very hungry market just waiting for you. You see, the demand for yogurt in Kenya it's growing steadily. But here's the key, the market is actually undersupplied. That gap, that's a massive, wide open door for startups. And if you can come in with some smart branding and a unique recipe, I'm talking like a cool passion fruit flavor, or maybe you use local honey, you've got a huge advantage right out of the gate. And listen, the best part is, you don't have to create a market from scratch. The customers are already there. They're waiting. In fact, they're actively looking for healthier, local options that maybe the big companies aren't offering. All you have to do is show up with your product. Okay, so you see the potential, you see the hungry market. The big question is, how do you actually make this happen? How do you turn this from an idea into a real money-making business? Let's break it down into a super clear 4-step plan. It really just comes down to 4 manageable steps. First, you've got to train yourself, get the knowledge. Second, invest in some basic equipment. Third, you get your KEB certification to build trust. And fourth, you get started and market yourself. It's a really straightforward path, totally achievable. And look, when I say equipment, I want you to get any images of a giant, expensive factory out of your head. We're not talking about that. You can start with the absolute basics. A few Suforias, a thermometer, a milk sieve, a weighing scale, and a simple kitchen setup. The barrier to entry here is so low. Now let's talk about the KBS certification. I know that might sound like a big, scary, bureaucratic hurdle, but I want you to reframe how you think about it. It's not a barrier. It's your badge of credibility. It's you telling your customers, hey, my product is safe, it's high quality, you can trust me. It is a vital investment in your brand's future. All right, we've got the idea, we've got the plan. Now for the exciting part. Let's really get into the numbers and break down the profit equation. So let's set a really achievable goal to start. Imagine you process and sell the yogurt from just 1,000 liters of milk in a month. That's it. Your potential monthly revenue from that alone could be a staggering 200,000 shillings. But hey, revenue is just one number, right? The number that really matters is what you actually get to take home, your profit. Well, after all your costs, you could be looking at a potential net profit of around 100,000 shillings every single month. Just think about what that kind of money could do for you and your family. I mean, just look at that profit margin. That is incredibly healthy. What this means is you're not just creating a job for yourself. No, you are building a genuinely profitable business right from day one. And please remember, Selling 1,000 liters a month, that's just the beginning. That is your launch pad. As you build your brand, as you get more customers, as you expand your reach, these numbers, they're only going to go up.
So we've got the big idea, we've got the step-by-step plan, we've even looked at the incredible numbers. But you know what? All of that is just theory without one last, absolutely crucial piece of the puzzle: having the right mindset.
You know, it's so easy to look at these big, successful companies out there and think they're on another planet. But we have to remember this. Every single one of them started out as just a small idea. An idea that probably felt, well, a little scary, and maybe even impossible to the person who first came up with it. So when you really boil it all down, the plan is right here. The market, it's out there waiting. The only thing standing between where you are right now and where you want to be is simply the courage to begin. And that brings us to the final question. But this one isn't for me to answer. It's for you. After seeing all this potential, after seeing the clear path forward, what are you going to start today?